Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. We are in the end of PS4 life cycle. I start seeing people ask if right now is a good time to collect PS4 games. I don't think there is a good time or bad time to collect something. What's matter is if you have a fat wallet or not. As a collector who owns over 400 PS4 games, I would like to share some tips on PS4 game collecting, like what you should look for and what you should avoid. Let's start with what you should avoid. I will stay away from those games which will be released on PS5 as remastered. I want to be clear, I'm not talking about those games released on both PS4 and PS5 these days. I mainly talk about games released before 2019. One of the best examples is Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy. Since there will be a collection coming out on PS5 in 2022, just waiting for that remastered edition. Another example is Resident Evil series. The series is basically available on every platform. I will not surprise to see Capcom does another release on PS5. We can expect more and more remastered games coming to PS5. There's really no point to collect this kind of game. Just wait for the newer edition. However, there's one exception. If a PS4 game receives a free upgrade to PS5, definitely pick PS4 edition. This way, you technically got two games in one game's price. Especially if you are a trophy hunter, you can get a two set of trophies since PS4 and PS5 have separate trophy lists. The example is The Witcher 3. Next, let's talk about the price drop. I know a lot of people want to know when will be the best time to see bigger price drop. This is actually a tricky question. If you are expecting to see the price drop like when we move from PS3 to PS4, you might be disappointed. That's because PS5 has backward compatibility. Therefore, PS4 game will hold its value longer. If we look at Xbox 360 games, I remember during PS4's second half life cycle, you can get a Modern Warfare 2 on PS3 for only 99 cents. However, for Xbox 360 copy, due to the backward compatibility, it will cost 10 times more than PS3 copy. What I want to say is, if you really want to collect PS4 games, now is the time. I just checked GameStop's website, there are quite a lot of good deals. There's no need to wait for the best time, now is the best time. Another question I will see people ask is what to collect now. This is the question normally comes from collectors who want to build their collection, who focus on adding games into their shelf instead of playing it. The most of us don't have unlimited budget. We cannot just buy whatever we want. There are certain games if you don't buy now, it will be very hard to find later on. Therefore, we need to choose what to buy first. I personally recommend couple type of games. One is low budget title. When I say low budget, it doesn't mean a shitty game. What I'm trying to say is the game that has this price around $20 to $30 when it first came out. Those games normally didn't catch many media attentions, so a lot of people don't even know their existence. This is the type of game you can get it very cheap now, but it will be hard to find later on because they normally do a low print. The other one I will recommend is JRPG. PS4 is the platform offers a lot of JRPG, besides those well-known ones like Final Fantasy, Tales of Series, or Dragon Quest. Most JRPG released in North America don't print a lot. That's because the audience is small. Therefore, a lot of JRPG will be very hard to find once the system becomes legacy. That's why I always recommend people who want to collect JRPG, you need to take it as priority. Whenever you see a reasonable price, you should pull the trigger. If you miss it, the price will go up and most likely it will never go back. Few recommendations I have: Omega Quintet, Exist Archive, and the Demon Guest 2. You got an idea what kind of JRPG I'm talking about? If you want to know more low budget titles or JRPG to collect, you can check my PS4 collection video I made this year because I have a lot of this kind of games in my collection. I will put it in the end of this video. My last advice is video game is not a financial product. You probably see this in a lot of discussions. People buy games when a console's life cycle is end. They are thinking 20 years from now, those games will worth a lot. I admit you might gain some profits. However, considering the amount of time and work you need to spend, it's really not worth it. There are many real financial products can help you make money. Video game is definitely not the most efficient one. I know some of you might say certain games sold for tens of thousands or even million. However, those are rare cases. That's why you see a land on the news. You don't see news reports someone makes $1 million in stock market because that happens a lot often. Therefore, if you really want to make money, you should invest in a real financial product. Those are some tips I have. Hopefully you find them helpful. I expect myself to keep collecting PS4 games in the next 3 years. My ultimate goal is 500 PS4 games. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you soon.